Most people will never understand the depth of the Jaggers family's grief, but there's one entity that should, one that's required by law to respect their rights as victims. Despite that, the family says the Nye County District Attorney has left them in the dark.
My son, and this is the only thing I can say to myself, to keep myself sane, is my son was put on this earth for a reason, and his task on this earth was to get those 3 people off the streets.
What Heather Pate, Kevin Dent, and Brad Menn are accused of doing to Roy Jaggers is unspeakable.
It's horrifying what happened.
Heather Pate was Roy's neighbor and friend. Roy's mother, Cassie, says her son would often help care for Pate's 2 young boys.
Help her keep her house up, cook dinner for her and the boys.
But in the summer of 2021, everything changed. Nye County authorities say Pate developed a belief that Roy had molested one of her children.
There was actually, to my knowledge, investigation conducted by Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and that was not substantiated.
Metro's investigation only took place after Jaggers was murdered. Heather Pate never called police to report her concerns. Instead, on July 31st, 2021,
she and her boyfriend Dent lured Jaggers to her residence. When he arrived, they confronted Jaggers and subsequently beat him.
They handcuffed him, wrapped him in a tarp, and drove him in Pate's car to Nye County.
Upon arriving in Nye County, they met men who led them to an area in the desert where they tortured Jaggers over multiple hours, utilizing numerous different weapons.
They then drove him to Cathedral Canyon, where police say he was forced to strip naked, thrown off a cliff into the gorge, and shot to death. Cassie Robinson and Jerry Jaggers have not spoken about their son's case on camera until now.
I have created a wall for my feelings, and I've bricked it up really tight, and every once in a great while a brick will fall out and I'll just wail and just cry for my son and wish he was back. Wish I could see his smirk, hear his voice, just see him. I just want to hold my baby again.
The couple says they've been sidelined by the Nye County D.A. despite signing forms with the office to protect and ensure their legally guaranteed victims' rights.
We were told when we signed all the paperwork that we had no control over what the DA was going to do, but he was supposed to let us know first.
Former Nye County D.A. Chris Arabia told the court last year that he'd be ready by late November to take Pate, Dent, and Menn to trial.
He was awesome. He kept us in the process. He come out and talked to us. He'd give us updates.
But they say that stopped when Arabia lost the election to current D.A. Brian Coonsey.
Comes January, we go to court, and we ask to speak to him. And no, can't. So February we go to court again. Try to make an appointment with him. Tried anything. Nope. We couldn't get a hold of him.
Shut out.
Shut out. Completely shut out.
So was Heidi Campbell.
Victims matter.
And she would know. She's a retired detective from Metro's Abuse Neglect Division who also happens to be the paternal grandmother of Heather Pate's sons.
Our grandsons were present at the time of the commission of the first crime, which was the assault and kidnapping. They were in the apartment at the time of that. The night that we got him out of CPS, our youngest, who was 3 at the time, had night terrors so bad, and that continued for about a week, and he'd wake up just screaming.
She filled out victim impact statements for both of her grandsons, expecting a process similar to what she experienced during her career with Metro.
You know, you always bring in a victim advocate for the parents, anybody that's going through the process. And then Clark County District Attorney's Office also has an advocate program. And so when it comes time for the court hearings, they kind of take over getting the victims to court and talking to them through the process.
But she learned Nye County doesn't have a victim advocate. And as for the DA,
I've had no interaction with the new DA. I've left a couple messages on the phone, no return phone calls.
And she says no information about court hearings or plea deals.
They do not want to communicate with the victim's family or people. They don't want to be questioned. They don't want to be talked to. There's a Nevada Bill of Rights for victims. There's a federal Bill of Rights for victims. And so I was just surprised. You know, it's what you do. It's best practice. It's what you do.
Under Marcy's law, which passed in Nevada in 2018, crime victims have the right to be treated with fairness, respect, and dignity.
To know the status of the case in which you are involved. No.
They may also request their right to confer with the prosecuting agency and get reasonable notice of and be present for all public proceedings where the defendant and prosecutor are entitled to be present.
We weren't notified of any of it.
They were shocked to learn Kevin Dent had been given a deal. As part of the plea deal, Nye County allowed Dent to plead guilty to second-degree murder. First-degree murder has a pretty straightforward description. It includes torture, and it includes kidnapping, both of which happened in this case. What are your thoughts on it being downgraded to second degree?
I didn't understand it. I mean, when you have an eyewitness, I didn't understand it.
First-degree murder allows a sentence of 50 years to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Dent's deal could make him eligible for parole in 10 years. Jerry and Cassie were finally able to talk to D.A. Coonsey after Dent's plea hearing.
It was heated, very heated conversation, because I'm like, well, my son's life's only worth 10 years. What the hell?
They were further blindsided when they learned Heather Pate was getting a deal too, pleading guilty to second-degree murder and first-degree kidnapping with parole eligibility in as little as 15 years.
They never contacted us and told us they're pleading Heather out. We had to find out through somewhere else. And we found out the day before.
When Heidi worked at Metro,
Most of the time, when someone would call me from the DA's office and say, you know what, we're talking about giving them a plea, they told the family before they even told the investigator.
As a father, my hands are tied. I can't, I'm counting on the DA to talk for Roy and me, and we don't have that right now.
Brad Menn is currently on trial for Roy's death. DA Brian Coonsey said he would not participate in our story until a verdict is returned, but emailed a statement saying his office did not ask Roy's parents permission to offer plea deals to two of the defendants, as it's not a right granted by our Constitution. Coonsey said he did so to avoid pretrial publicity that could impact the trial. Jerry and Cassie are now left to pick up the pieces.
We each bought one. I got his now.
And safeguard the memories of their son.
I miss him so much.
D.A. Coonsey tells us that getting a victim advocate in Nye County is a priority for him once he gets the money to do so. He says no one's victim's rights have been violated in this case, and that the two plea deals were offered because they anticipated difficulties in trying all three defendants at once. Coonsey says he's confident that his office will get justice for the Jaggers family. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.